أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه اللهم إنا نسألك علما نافعا ونعوذ بك من علم لا ينفع اللهم نور قلوبنا اللهم طهر قلوبنا من الرياء والنفاق وصلى الله على حبيبنا محمد وعلى آله وسلم. So we are again for the next night. We're reading Hadith number 25 in Silsilah al-Ibriz bi Sanat Aziz, also known as Musalsal bil-Itra, and this has been translated as al-Arba'in of Shah Waliullah Dehlawi, rahimahullah ta'ala, going back through the chain of narrators of the descendants, the Husseini lineage of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, from Abu Muhammad al-Hassan, who was in Balkh, which is in modern-day Afghanistan, going back through unbroken chain of narrators of his forefathers, back to Zain al-Abidin Ali, back to his father Hussein, back to his father Ali ibn Abi Talib, back to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wa alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam kathiran da'iman abada. So hadith number 25, قال النبي صلى الله عليه وعلى آله الطيبين وصحبه الطاهرين وسلم يد علا خير من يد السفلى يد علا خير من يد السفلى. This is that the hand that's like this, the upper hand, is superior or better than the lower hand. Besides this narration from Sayyidina Ali through this sanad, there are other transmissions of this from Abu Huraira that comes through the Shaykhain, Imam Bukhari, Imam Muslim, and Imam Ahmed ibn Hanbal in his Musnad, and from Abu Dawud and Imam al-Nasa'i, from Abu Huraira, the prolific narrative hadith. Also from Ibn Umar ibn al-Khattab, anhuma, the same hadith is narrated by Imam Ahmed and also by Imam al-Tabarani in his Al-Kabir. And then also we have this from Hakim ibn Hazam through Imam Bukhari and also Imam Ahmed, that we have this hadith Ma'nawi. And then also besides these chains of narrators, also in Musnad Shihab by Al-Qada'i with Takhrij known as Fath Wahab from the Sheikh of Rashid and Hadith Sharif Ahmed ibn Muhammad ibn Siddiq al-Tanji al-Ghumari al-Hasani Ghafarullahu lah. Also in Darimi's Sunan, this also has been narrated as well. And from the Ithna Ashariya, it has been narrated by Imam Sheikh al-Kulaini and Usul al-Kafi and al-Suduq and al-Faqih and al-Muwa'idh and Ibn Abi Jamhur and al-Awwal. This has also have been narrated. So of the meanings of this that we take, we'll start with a more majazi understanding of this hadith. When we al-yadu ulla min al-yadu sufla, the hand that's upper, and it's not proper actually to say in relationship to Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala, he has a physical hand, or he has a hand like us. This is the word yad. But al-yadu ulla, the one who gives, al-mu'ti Tabaraka wa Ta'ala, is better, of course, than the lower hand, which is our hand. So, for instance, when we make dua, and whether someone believes in making dua or not by raising their hands after the daily prayers, or could only be said in dua kunut, and on the day of Arafah, that's a whole different fiqh discussion. Everyone believes that raising hands is jaiz after the 5 daily prayers, except for people who call themselves Salafis, or at least a group of them. But we go like this. This is a sign of a beggar. So when we make dua, we are begging who? El Mu'ti Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. We're begging Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And it's a sign of humility. Allah Azza wa Jal already knows what's in our hearts. He already knows what we need. But this is a sign of our humility in front of Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala, that we ask and we partition Him for that what is in our hearts and that which we need. This is a sign of humility in front of our Lord. And just generally speaking, before it's adab with Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala al-Mu'ti, that before we ask people for things, we should ask Allah first. We should ask Allah and depend upon Allah. And the true Sufis don't ask people for anything, right? They only ask Allah, and then what comes, it comes from people. It comes. The hand that gives, the person that gives, is better than the person that goes around asking or begging. And from our izzah, my brothers and sisters in Islam, we should strive to be a people that give, and we should not be a people who are comfortable asking people for things, or asking people to do for us what we should do for ourselves. And especially for Muslims in the non-profit industrial complex and these different Muslim organizations and political activist groups, it's beneath our izzah to go and begging kuffar for their money. We should not feel comfortable in taking a lot of money, or even the majority of funds, for a so-called Muslim organization, to getting it from non-Muslims or from kuffar. This lowers our izzah, and this is not a befitting stance that a Muslim should take. So we ask Almighty Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala to grant us rizq wasi'ah, rizq tayyib wasi'ah. We ask Almighty Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala to have us be of those people that are blessed, who are not bukhl, who are not stingy, and that we give to people whether they ask or whether they don't ask. And we ask Almighty Allah Azza wa Jalla to give us izzah, so that we are not going begging people to do for us what we should do for ourselves. Wa sallallahu ala nabiyyina Muhammadin wa ala alihi tayyibin at-tahirin walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.